In multiple sclerosis, we see that different health outcomes matter to people living with MS compared to the clinicians who are treating them. And we find that it's many of the invisible symptoms that matter most to people living with MS, such as fatigue and brain fog and energy levels. And we want to make sure that we have better measuring outcomes, better patient-reported outcomes, to make sure that we are truly measuring what matters most to people living with multiple sclerosis. I first came across patient-reported outcomes when I was working in the cancer field, when I found that when we're looking at cancer, we might initially be thinking that the most important outcome is just disease-free survival. But we found that it's also quality of life that is important, as well as the duration of life. And now working in the chronic disease space, like multiple sclerosis, we see that it's even more important that we're not just simply delaying the progression of what we can see on the MRI machines, is that we're doing everything we can to actually improve the quality of life of people with multiple sclerosis. And the only way that we can be sure that we are doing that is to measure patient-reported outcomes, to make sure we are actually measuring the patient experience of the disease. Patient-reported outcomes make such a big difference because we can then use evidence to make sure that we are advocating for better treatment and better care, because we can't change what we can't measure, and having better patient-reported outcomes means that we are truly measuring what's important, and then we can make sure that all of the guidelines and the treatment pathways that we're advocating for are in line and aligned with those patient-reported outcomes and are truly working together, the patient and the healthcare team working together to make sure that they are making decisions that improve the quality of life of people living with these serious diseases. Sometimes it can be very difficult when clinicians and clinical teams have to also think about patient-reported outcomes on top of all of the clinician-reported outcomes that they are already measuring in the clinic, because they have such a small amount of time to interact with the people that they're treating. But we do find that in the long term, this actually helps to unveil some of the invisible symptoms that they might not have asked about and the people with the diseases might not have mentioned. So it actually enables better communication between clinician and patient, and then better treatment and better decisions, because there is a better understanding of the whole person, and we can make sure that we are treating the whole person and not just the disease. In multiple sclerosis, we're still working to make sure that we have the best possible patient-reported outcomes in both clinical trials and in care. And one of the really exciting outcomes of the patient-reported outcomes in MS project is we are working together for this validated set of patient-reported outcomes that we can use both in care and in clinical trials. And I think that that will make a huge difference moving forward to make sure that we are using the patient-reported outcomes that matter to patients most. My message to people using patient-reported outcomes in their treatment pathways are, it might seem like an investment at the beginning, but it will actually save you time, save money, and it will actually result in better results for you and for the people that you are treating. So it's really a win-win, and it'll give you a much better understanding of the patient journey, and it will make the people that you're treating have a much better conversation and much better outcomes. So my message is, please just go ahead and do it. It's the best thing. One of the things that I really value about ICHOM, the International Consortium for Health Outcomes Measures, is their standardisation and their harmonisation and their sharing from different disease areas as well. So we can really learn from so many disease areas what is the best way to harmonise, to implement and to share patient-reported outcomes. So we can all learn from each other and go forward faster. I would say that this year I'm excited because this is the first time that I'm a speaker at an ICHOM conference, and I'm looking forward to learning about how we can break down barriers in patient-reported outcomes measurements. And so I'm looking forward to hearing from colleagues from many other disease areas about how we can actually make these patient-reported outcome measures and questionnaires and surveys more relevant for the people that we're serving, easier to fill in, and help them integrate more with the lifestyle and with their daily life.